Assalamu alaikum class. This is your teacher, lecturer Asif here. I hope everything is okay on your side. A very warm welcome. Today we will be having our first lecture on writing skill and we will be trying to understand sentence structures of English language. But before moving to sentence structures, we need to have a very basic background knowledge about English language. We know already that English alphabet has 26 letters in it. A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z. We have 26 letters in English alphabet. And these 26 letters combine in different patterns, as you can see on your screen: car, cat, can, cap, tap, pat. These letters combine in different patterns, and these 26 letters, by combining in different patterns, make more than 171,000 words. And then these more than 171,000 words in turn combine in different patterns and make phrases, clauses, and sentences. Today we will restrict our discussion to sentences, and a sentence may be defined as a group of words which conveys a complete meaning, which conveys a complete message. As you can see, people walk in the morning. We get a very clear idea by reading this sentence. We clearly understand what somebody is saying. He, a she, a they are saying that people walk in the morning. So we have got a very clear message. So this group of words, people walk in the morning, is a sentence. Every sentence has two parts, a subject and a predicate. Subjects and predicate are, we can say, the building blocks of English language. Extremely important parts of English sentence. So understanding them is crucial, and we will try to understand what do we mean by a subject and a predicate. Subjects, if you want to know what a subject is, so we'll have to ask a question that who or what the sentence speaks about. Who or what the sentence speaks about. And this is the subject of the sentence. As you see, people walk in the morning. So sentence, who does the sentence speak about? The sentence speaks about the people. So people is the subject of this sentence, and what the sentence says about the subject is the predicate. Now, what does the sentence say about the people? The sentence says that people walk in the morning. So walk in the morning is the predicate. We will try to talk about it further. Let's see how we can identify a subject in any sentence. This is simple. We'll have to ask this simple question that who or what the sentence is about. For example, we have a sentence, stars shine. Now, what is the sentence about? It is about stars. So, stars is the subject. Similarly, diseases spread. What is the sentence about? It is about diseases. So, diseases is the subject of the sentence. Similarly, we have this third sentence, dogs bark. So, once again, what is the sentence about? It is about dogs. So, dogs is the subject of the sentence. Let's see now how we can identify or how we can find the predicate of a sentence. And if we want to find the predicate, we'll have to ask this question, what the sentence says about the subject. We have this sentence, stars shine. Now we will be asking this question, what does the sentence say about stars? The sentence says that they shine. So shine is the predicate of the sentence. Diseases spread. What does the sentence say about diseases? Diseases is the subject. And the sentence say that they spread. So spread is the predicate of the sentence. Similarly, what does the sentence say about dogs? They bark. So bark is the predicate of the sentence. Let's move further. After having talked about subject and predicate, let's see what comes next. Okay, we know that we have 26 letters in English alphabet and they combine in different patterns to make words. But these letters, they do not combine randomly or haphazardly. They follow a pattern. As for example, we can have this pattern BAT, bat. We can have this pattern also TAB, tab. But we cannot have this pattern BTA. This is not permitted in English language. Similarly, when words combine to make phrases, clauses, and sentences, they also follow well-defined patterns. Words do not combine randomly or haphazardly. They follow well-defined patterns. And these well-defined patterns are commonly known as structures, or we can say sentence structures, which we will be talking about today. For example, we can have this combination of these three words, dogs chase cars. But we cannot have this combination, chase cars, dogs. This is not permitted in English language. So far we have learned that words do not combine randomly. They follow well-defined patterns. Every sentence follows a formula, a fixed pattern. This formula may also be called sentence pattern. It may also be called sentence structure. And in English language, we have around 8 different formulas or patterns or structure that sentences follow. So it means that we have a total of 8 different sentence structures in English language. But we will not be talking about all those 8 sentence structures. We will restrict ourselves to the 3 most basic formulas, 3 most basic patterns, or 3 most basic structures which are uh, most commonly used in our everyday conversation, which are most commonly used in our academic life. So let's move to talk about these 3 most basic formulas. And we will be learning these 3 most basic formula through an activity known as sentence slots. Here you can see that we have a horizontal line and it is bisected by a vertical line. On the left side of this vertical line, we will have subjects of the sentences, and on the right side of this vertical line, we will have the predicates. Okay, so formula 1 or pattern 1, the simplest sentence structure in English language, is pattern 1, or we can say formula 1, or we can say that 2 slot sentence structure. And it has subject and predicate in it, subject or verb in it. As we see, stars shine, diseases spread, dogs bark. We must note that there is a period after verb. By period, we mean a full stop, right? You can see a full stop after verb. You can see a full stop after shine. You can see a full stop after spread. You can see a full stop after bark. And another thing which you must note is that the first letter of the subject is capital. S of the subject is capital. S of the stars is capital. D of the diseases is capital. D of dogs is capital. So this is the simplest pattern in English sentence structure. We call it pattern 1 or formula 1. We call it 2 slots sentence. Now we will move to the next pattern, and it is formula 2 or pattern 2, and this is 3 slot sentence structure. We have added another slot in it, and it is object. What is an object? Object receives the action of the verb. Let's see this sentence. Dogs chase cars. Dogs chase cars. Now, what are chased by dogs? Cars. So object answered the question of what? See the next sentence. Boys play tennis. What do boys play? What? Stress on what? Object answered the question of what? What do boys play? They play tennis. So tennis is the object. Similarly, the third sentence, doctors treat patients. Now, what do doctors treat? They treat patients. So patients is the object. Object receives the action of the verb. This is also a very well-known pattern, frequently used. And here we have 3 slots: subject, verb, and object. And we can also see that here in this pattern, 3-slot sentence structure, predicate is divided into 2 slots, verb and object. Now we will move to the third pattern, the third formula. It is once again 3-slot sentence structure. But here we have 2 new terms, linking verb and complement. We will see what do we mean by these 2 terms. First, let's read the example sentences. Cows are mammals. I feel good. Flowers smell sweet. Let's try to understand what do we mean by these 2 terms, linking verb and complement. We know already that we have action verbs. Action verbs shows what a subject does. It shows an action. Whereas linking verb shows what a subject is or how it feels. Linking verbs do not show action. This is the main difference between action verb and linking verbs. Action verbs show action. It shows what the subject is doing. On the other side, linking verbs do not show action. Linking verbs are not action verbs. They just show what a subject is or how it feels. And then a complement. A complement is not an object. It does not receive any action. It speaks about, the complement speaks about the subject. You can see in this sentence that the second vertical line is tilted back towards the subject. The vertical line, the tilted, the slanted vertical line before mammals, it is tilted back, it points back towards the subject. It means that it speaks about, it says something, it complements. By complements, we mean to complete. It completes the subject. So a complement is not an object. It does not receive any action. It just speaks about the subject. It complements, it completes subject. And this is shown by the slots, the tilted line, the tilted vertical line before mammal, the slanted vertical line before mammal. It points back towards the subject. It means that the word mammal, it talks about, it says something, it complements the subject. So this is what we mean by a complement. And let's see what is the difference between pattern 2 and pattern 3. There is one main difference, that in pattern 2, we have an action verb and we have objects also. As you can see, that dogs chase cars. Chase is an action verb. And cars, we have an object here. But in pattern 3, we do not have action verbs. We do not have objects. Rather, in pattern 3, in Formula 3, in the third structure, we have linking verbs, and linking verbs are followed by subject complement, are followed by complement. Complement is a word. It may be a noun, as mammals are noun. It may be an adjective which completes the subject, which talks about the subject. Cows are mammal. The mammal is referring back to cow. Cows are mammal. So this is the difference between pattern 2 and pattern 3. Pattern 2 contains an action verb and it contains object, whereas pattern 3 contains a linking verb in it, and it contains a complement in it. This is the difference between pattern 2 and 3. Here we have commonly used linking verbs. You can see it, this look, feel, sound, appear, become, smell, taste. These are commonly used linking verbs. Just see this sentence a bit attentively. Catherine sounded the alarm. In the next sentence, Catherine sounded nervous. Now we have one verb, sounded. But in the first sentence, it is an action verb. So Catherine sounded the alarm. This is the sentence of Formula 2, pattern 2, because sounded is an action in this sentence. Catherine sounded the alarm. Here sounded means rang. And the next sentence, Catherine sounded nervous. Here sounded is linking verb. Here sounded means appeared, seemed, looked, felt. So this is all about sentence structure. You people have been provided a document containing 30 sentences of different patterns, and you have to separate those sentences into the 3 patterns, and you have to draw them on sentence slots. Thank you so very much. See you in the class.